quick update on the car. It's been in the shop about 2 days, been working on it, probably 2 half days, so not a massive amount of time into it, but so far we've lined up the door and got everything in line and run like a piece of steel bar down the gap. That's the start of the whole process. It's welded there. We've got to make a filler plate to go on the inside of the front of the door here, and then obviously work out the plan of attack for filling in the windows here. But it'll be one panel here with maybe some braces behind it, or even one across the middle, and then same deal with the back one, and then work out how to fill this little spot here. So I'm getting there. Quick update while this noisy bugger in the background's grinding away. So we're in a week 2, day 2, the Wednesday today. I'm just finishing off the capping on the door frame. So I've just pulled out the rear window and found the only piece of rust in the car that I've found so far. This thing is rust free, otherwise everywhere else 2 pieces of rust, well, in the rear window frame here. So the beauty is that it's very minor, but if I was really pedantic, I could just replace the tailgate. But I think we'll be able to get away with it. But because we're hot rodding this thing somewhat, we're going to fill in and get rid of the rear wiper and the rear door lock. So a couple of holes to fill there, we'll just plate them up and it'll look good. One of my biggest fans. It's hot today in Adelaide. A couple of exciting things today. We're turning the vehicle into a prison van. No, actually what we're doing is, and this is the theory, I'm no George Barris or anyone amazing like that, rest in peace, amazing car builder. Because we're sheeting in the windows and it has to be flush with this, we either have to cut into the pillars and sheet over the top, which is pretty messy, so we're not going to do that because we'd have to cut everything out and put a whole new sheet on there. So instead what we've done is these 20mm bars here are welded in, like just sort of a large tack, and they sit 2mm lower than the actual pillars front and back here. So in theory, with top, bottom and middle, we're just trying to work out the top edge here. With a 2mm sheet sitting over the top, it should sit flush with the pillar, so once it's all welded and everything, bit of linishing, stuff like that, it should cover everything just nicely. So that's all done. The door's done. There's a little bit of warpage here that we've got to fix. That's mostly my fault because I'm not a panel beater. But Tori's all over. He's just had a crack at beating it around yesterday afternoon, so we'll get a bit more of that done, and once that's all filled in. But the door is all welded, top, bottom, across there. Adam's capped in the end of the doors here. So that's all going just nicely. So yeah, what we can do now is cut out our first template of the window here, and the theory is to cut it slightly bigger than the template we've made, so that if it doesn't fit, then we've got some to trim off, because if we go too small, then you got to start again. But like I mentioned, using 2mm sheets, probably a bit of overkill, but this is a Landcruiser, so they've got pretty thick steel in them anyway. So yeah, should be definitely a tank once it's done. It is called Frank the Tank, so let's make it like a tank. Another really cool thing with the build on this car is I've been chatting to the guys at Fuel Auto Tech in Sydney. Really good guys, cool company. Check out their website, I'll put it in the details below. But what we've done is because as you can see right now, this has got some crappy old Nissan Patrol wheels on it, just because didn't want to get sparks and stuff all over the wheels. It did have some dynamic steelies on it before, but you know, because we're pimping it up a bit more, wanted to go for something a little bit cooler looking. So what we've done is we are putting these on it. So I'll put all the details below, some stuff on social media, but they are Black Rhino Bastos, 17 by 9.5, and a slightly skinnier offset than I had before, but the thing was is that we didn't have ideal adjustment there in the wheel alignment to be able to get the thing to you know, get around the scrub radius problems of a wider offset. So now it's pretty much coming back to a legal offset anyway, which is perfect. And yeah, once we get the wheels and tyres all sorted, we'll work out what we're doing with the flares, because obviously the flares on it before were a 2-piece flare, so we're gonna have to make a 1-piece flare on the back out of 2 pieces. So it's not a huge job, but another job to add to the list of things to do, so better get back to work. Drill a hole, bro. Adam's using the bluntest drill he could find in the entire workshop.
I'm gonna get a new one.
We're gonna put these in.
Hey!
That is actually really good, hey. That's like here we'll just, that's because of the bottom corner, but there, that's mint, like all the way there. And once we trim that bottom edge, we're like hot rodders and yeah. Literally like could be in the next well, what do they call it again? The Stallone and all those dudes.
Oh, the Expendables.
Expendables car, yeah. Listen up, Hollywood. That would be cool actually to build movie cars.
It would be cool.
I would be very stoked to do that. Very good. Alrighty, it is Thursday afternoon and pretty happy with the progress so far. Still got tons to do, but we've still got lots of time and I'm trying to devote as much time as I can to this. Still got work and everything like that in between, but basically we've got left-hand rear door welded up. A bit of panel work to do here and there, but it's pretty good. All the gaps done, and we've sheeted, we'll put the sheet in here, which is basically just sitting in there. We've got the Cleco pins, or Clecos, however you pronounce them, holding that in place, so everything's all lined up nicely. Got the gaps right, just got to get the top lined up, but everything should be in there nice. Got another sheet that's going to be sitting in here. So these bars here sit 2 mil lower than the top of the pillar, so when that sheet sits on there, it sits nice and flush, so that there is all nice and flush there. So once all the panel work's done, it should be reasonably easy. But yeah, good progress so far. Awesome that we've got Black Rhino wheels on board too, so I'll be unboxing them as soon as they come, because I'll be very excited about them because they look pretty cool. So big thanks to the guys at Fuel Auto Tech for that as well. But yeah, again, massive thanks to the guys here at Auto Style who are helping me with this, and also to Burson Auto Parts, because without them this wouldn't be happening as quickly. So yeah, see you next week.